Sup, man, look what I got here. So, this honestly is just such a hit knife for me. This is a Land 812S. And so I had one of these, and one of y'all tried to buy it from me, and so I went looking for it. I couldn't find it. And so it drove me nuts. And so I've been looking for these knives. Well, I found a supplier of these on AliExpress. And so this is brand new knife from China from a seller on AliExpress. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forget why I liked it, but I knew I really liked this knife. This is maybe this is top five small knives for me. It is just so good, man. S35 VN, full titanium, legit. The pocket clip works wonderfully. I mean, we'll go through it all, but oh, just the ergonomics, the action. Yeah, this thing. I mean, is it a takeoff on a Sabenza? 100% it is. 100%. This knife's been around for a long time, though, in many different formats. This 812, and then I think there's a 712 and a 913. I mean, there's a bunch of different ones that have stainless steel scales and 12 CR steel. But this was the premium version. There's one below it that's full titanium, but it's got a steel pocket clip, and then VG10 steel. And my understanding is it's just as nice as this one, just different material on the blade and a different pocket clip. But other than that, it's basically this knife. Look at this crown spine that they did on here. Really nice. I'm pretty sure I have my other one, but I just can't find it. I mean, maybe I sold it or gave it away. I don't know. But yeah, wow. Let's get rid of this stuff. This one's going to go over to Timber's Edge Knives. So if you're looking for one, I'd say check over there. Now, this video will post way after this knife will drop over there for them. They get busy a lot quicker than I do. They move way faster than me. But wow, what a dream, man! Let's get in it. We'll do a solid check-in on it. There's another check-in, I believe, of this knife already on the channel. So this is a double take. This is a double dip. Maybe I'll even name it something like Take Two or whatever. I'm guessing there's a little bit of Loctite on both of these. I don't see any there. Maybe. And then the pocket clip screws got to go too, but that's a T8. I mean, this should be a knife that if I could find it wholesale, it would make sense for Timber's Edge to carry it. But this wasn't a wholesale purchase. This was retail. And so there's probably going to be a concerted effort over there at Timber's Edge to try to recoup the funds and then pay for shipping and some other stuff. So my guess would be is, could you buy it cheaper from AliExpress? Probably. But could you get it in 3 to 4 days? So I can tell you in all earnesty, this knife took, I think, over a month, maybe a month and a half to get here. And like most Chinese knives purchased from China, tracking is non-existent. Literally the only tracking notification that I got, I could check tracking, but it never updated. But the only tracking notification I got was the day after it arrived. And that notification said that it was scheduled for delivery, but it had already been delivered. So with all that said, I'm not knocking that because I'm pretty experienced at buying product from AliExpress and from Chinese manufacturers, and so I don't panic. They literally gave an ETA of 3 months. I didn't expect it to take 3 months, and it didn't take 3 months. It arrived considerably prior to the ETA, but it did take a long time, and I did check it a few times. And I'll be honest, there's a few times I started to think, I wonder if this was not legit, because this knife kind of disappeared. You know, you used to be able to buy this knife on Amazon. Not no mo. Yeah. And then after this knife disappeared, you could still get the VG10 version. Same knife with a different pocket clip. And then you could buy this pocket clip. This pocket clip's available. So you could buy the VG10 version, which I think is a fair amount less than this piece. I don't know if it's half as much, but it's a piece less, maybe 30% less, and you could just change out the pocket clip. Now the pocket clip, I think, brings the price a lot closer to the price for this one. So you kind of go, well, you know, now I'm close enough in price that I think I'd rather just have the S35VN versus a VG10. So, you know, that was my decision the first time I bought this knife was, I mean, the price just gets close enough that I might as well just buy the upgraded model in total. And so that's what I did. And man, as soon as I put it in hand, I was like, oh, goodness, do I like this knife. Yep. And I mean, I sound like I'm kind of pimping it. I'm not. I don't really care. But I will say this. I really, 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 really like the knife. For small knives, this thing's just like right up at the top of my happy scale. Looks like we got a serial number in here. Right here. I don't remember that. On the other one, I'd have to go back and watch the original video to see if it had a serial number in there. But, I mean, that's kind of cool. There's nothing on the box. There's no serial numbers or anything on the box. So it's not gonna match up to anything on the box. But yeah, and just so for argument's sake, it's not a clone. It may be a copy, but it's not a clone because there's nothing about this that says Chris Reeves. It's 100% says that it is a land knife, a 812S. So I think sometimes the whole definition gets a little muddy. You know, a clone would be them trying to push this off as a Chris Reeve knife. And there's nothing about it that would tell you that it's Chris Reeve knife. Like, nobody thinks they're getting a Sebenza, a small Sebenza. There are a lot of similarities, though. I mean, there's a few differences, but there's a lot of similarities going on here. The thumb studs are different. The screws are different. The blade shape is slightly different. I mean, it's really close. The pocket clip is different. The lock bar is different. The steel insert is different. The fact that it's got washers and not, or bearings instead of washers, that is different. So yeah, there's plenty of differences. Oh, that's captured. There we go. But there's a lot of similarities here. I mean, it's not a direct copy, and most definitely not a clone, not a direct copy, but yeah, the design influence is 100%. Not maybe, it's 100%. Yeah. And they did a good job of catching the essence of it for sure. But this is a new supplier that I had never done business with. And I think Land is part of the San Renmu, the SRM group now as well. I can't claim to know that for a fact because I don't. There we go. Blade centered. Oh, this thing with that grease off of there now and that light oil. Let's I'm gonna check this pivot just see if it's got. Oh yeah. Yep. I got maybe a half of a turn still in that screw. I got out of it. Yeah. Wonderful. Didn't affect this action at all though. All right. Well, let's get rid of all this and we'll check this thing in completely. Very nice. Well, let's talk about the action. It's very hydraulic, super snappy with the thumb, the Spidey flick. Not quite drop shut. I have to shake it a little bit, but super hydraulic. Access to the lock bar. This is lowered. Very intuitive to get in here. We've got 50% lockup on the lock bar itself. Nice tension on it. Very easy to get in there. I mean, I'm going to rate it an A. It's that good. It really is. Just so comfortable to operate and function. Let's talk about ergonomics. So, yeah, this grip in hand, it's got nice jimping, just shy of combat. I can push past it, but boy, it doesn't want to let me past. Like but great platform for the thumb. Nice cutout for my index finger. Everything else lands. It's maybe slightly wider to the back. I can just get 4 fingers on it, and man, is it comfortable. Oh, this grip right here. Not so confident, very confident. It doesn't have a proper finger guard, but it creates a good one there. So I'm going to bring it up and give it a confident grip. Yeah, I'm really locked in here. So nice reverse, can cap it with the thumb. And then bonus points for this little knife. I can get this reverse Pakal grip and cap it with my thumb. And this grip is really locked in and powerful. And I'd much rather be here than here. Yeah. Oh, little bonus tick for that. Oh, man, is this good. And if you really had to bear down and slice, you can kind of choke up in here. You can get up on this little soft spot here. It works. Yeah, wonderful. Let's check the pocket clip. There we go. Got stuff just stacking up around me right now. So the thick stuff, yep. It does leave just shy of a ½ inch, but it's a good look. And this knife would probably be a good candidate for a lanyard. The location of it up on the top there, a nice tight knot. I think it would work well on here. And speaking of that, Jason sent me some paracord material months ago, and I just created my first lanyard. A little Sabenza, oddly enough, a little Sabenza knotted up lanyard that butts up really tight, about that long, and it would go really well on this knife for sure. Standard jean size material, nice retention. Probably could use a little extra tension, and I think I remember putting tension on my original one, but it does work well. And I think that in the pocket, it would hold just fine. I think it would be there, but my preference would be to put more tension on it. Yeah, but good look. Yeah. And with a nice little lanyard off of that, yeah. Maybe some blue material, that kind of thing. check it for safety. Blade contact through the back of the scales, there's none there, and the tip is well recessed down here. So tip's good, the clip is good, and I'm confident I can handle this any way I want and not catch the sharp part of that blade. Let's check. I mean, we've got 50% lockup. That knife ain't going nowhere. Let's check that S35. Yeah, razor blade sharp. Very nice. All right, well, let me see. Like I say, this one is going to end up over there at Timber's Edge. Let me see if I can get a price on it. I can't promise you that I can find out what that will sell for. And then I do know that it's available on AliExpress. I think you got to look for it. Here's the thing about AliExpress too, is that you'll find this picture of this same knife, and if it's not the same dealer that I bought it from, the same seller, you might not get yours. I mean, unfortunately, that's the nature of it, man. So you do got to kind of look at the ratings of the seller. How long have they been a seller? I mean, I kind of look at all that stuff. I will say that AliExpress has done a great job, though, of guaranteeing their products now. So if for whatever reason you don't get your knife, you can file a claim with AliExpress. And as long as it was guaranteed delivered, like you have to look at the product when you buy it, but as long as it's categorized like that, man, they'll rush a refund and refund your money if you don't get the piece, or if you get something other than exactly what you bargained for. Yeah, if it's not the piece you bargained for, I mean, they'll get involved. You know, they want you to work it out with the seller, but if you can't, they'll get involved and give you your money back. So I feel confident when I buy from them. But there are different sellers. Nice tolerances here. Yeah, pretty cool. Let me see if I can't give you a rough idea on the price. Okay, well, I'm guessing, but I think it's probably going to land somewhere around $130. That's my guess. Now, that might be a little stiff, but like I said, this is, these are not bought wholesale. So, yeah, I can't say enough about it, and I really dig it, and I do think it would be a wonderful candidate for a lanyard. Man, I want to keep it, but I can't help but think that mine's around here somewhere, so I just got to find it. The Land 812S. Yeah, pretty cool. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching.